AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite at 8 on TNT.
It is Wednesday night once again, and that means it's time to ignite the dynamite, but it is also time to talk about some late breaking news. We're going to talk all about the incredible action that you're going to see tonight.
That's right.
But Dasha Gonzalez, we've got a lot to talk about before we get into that.
Yeah, we do. And speaking of action, Alex, we have got a new wave
I like what you did there.
of action figures. We've got the Unrivaled Collection Wave 6 that is just been mentioned. I can't wait. Who is it? Who is it?
All right, let's talk about them one by one, because as a massive AEW action figure collectionist,
Yeah, you are. I see all of them.
Collector. I like collectionist better. I can't wait to talk about each and every one. Let's start talking about the AEW Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida. How great does this figure look?
Alex, I love Shida. I've got Shida shoes, or my ninja shoes. I cannot wait to have the AEW Women's World Champion in tiny form at my house.
Members of the Inner Circle have also been announced. Jake Hager, not one, but two really great looking action figures. Well, of course, you got Le Champion, the Demo God, Chris Jericho, and not one, but two figures, including the Chase figure, which you know what you got to do when you see a Chase figure, Dasha. Do you know what you do? That's right. You got to do. No, you got to do it quicker.
Chase for it, man.
You have to chase quicker than that. You have to chase quicker than that.
You'll never catch it.
Well, you might, but you just have to be quicker. You just have to be quicker. There you go. That's better. That's better. You have a shot now. You have a shot now.
Yes.
In addition to that, well, we thought that we're going to have multiple members of the Inner Circle in addition to Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. However, that didn't happen thanks to MJF creating the Pinnacle and turning his back on the Inner Circle. But MJF has a new figure out as well. We've got to talk about two figures that are near and dear to my heart. I'll give you a little hint. Right here. That's right. Rey Fénix and his Lucha brother, Penta El Cero Miedo, brand new Wave 6 figures. How insanely cool. And how much Cero Miedo can you fit in a package is my question.
There's no fear, so you can fit as much as you can fit. Just keep packing it in there. Just pack it nice and tight. Like
that's
a diamond.
Right. So
more pressure.
Wave 6 Unrivaled series officially announced. Very, very exciting. And you know what else is very exciting, Dasha?
What's up?
Tonight's edition of Dynamite. Boy, listen, I'm going to say it. Last week, you stirred the pot, and I think that's why we have this matchup. And I kind of want to thank you for it, because it is going to be a classic. No, not Red Velvet. We'll talk about her. Christian Cage taking on Matt Sydal. Yep. This is going to be a technical masterpiece.
I mean, you heard it from Matt Sydal. He said he's looking for redemption, and he signed Christian Cage's open contract. There's going to be some killer action kicking off Dynamite tonight. I cannot wait for this match.
Speaking of matches that I personally cannot wait for, listen, the NWA Women's World Champion, Serena Deeb, is back on Dynamite. She is defending her championship. Yes, indeed. Stir it up, mix it up, straight out of your mama's kitchen. Red Velvet is going to be challenging Serena for the NWA Women's World Championship. This, I really think, could potentially steal the show tonight.
Red Velvet is a rising star here in AEW. Serena Deeb is a veteran of the locker room, so they're going to put a clinic on tonight. I just cannot wait to watch this match.
And speaking of people that I'm sure that you cannot wait to see, Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed are in tag team action tonight against Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley.
Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley, if you are watching this right now, can you please permanently mic drop Max Caster?
Wow.
Because the Acclaimed have arrived, and I'm ready for them to go, oh, bye-bye.
Dasha, I am so offended at how biased you are towards some of our competitors here in AEW, and I think it's just
Max
unacceptable.
Caster, you do not have bars, okay? So please stop.
Dasha, I think
no bars for Max Caster.
I think you need to be written up. That's what I think. I think you need to be written up.
Are you giving me a verbal warning over here?
I think it's a
the rest of the world agrees with me.
I think you've got a yellow warning right now. It's a yellow. You know what happens after yellow? You go to red. Yeah, you don't want to see red. You don't want to see red. But let's talk about one of your favorites. We mentioned her at the very top. Brand new action figure, unrivaled collection, Series 6. She is none other than our AEW Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida, taking on Rebel Reba.
It doesn't matter what her name is, Alex, because Shida is going to wipe the floor with her, okay?
I don't think so.
She's going to put her in her place. Rebel, Reba, whatever we're calling her these days, I bet you she's going to come out with her crutch. She's probably
That's right. Her crutch is her clutch.
Mischief. I bet you hopefully the doctor is working in the office, not making it to Dynamite, so there's no funny business that goes on. But Shida.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, listen, wherever there's Reba, Rebel, the doctor is not too far behind. I mean, who else is going to book the appointments? Who else is going to get the rental cars, the bags? Of course,
the doctor doesn't understand is that Britt Baker will drop her like a hot potato and find the next person in line. So
listen,
I'm just saying.
do not count Rebel out. She's a fantastic competitor in her own right.
Yep.
And yes, she's even more threatening if the doctor is at ringside. Of course, we know that Dr. Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida have a date with Destiny at Double or Nothing coming up very shortly. So again, I just wouldn't take Rebel for granted. I would not look over Rebel. I think that she's got the tools to potentially defeat Shida here tonight. We'll see. But you know what else we're going to be doing here tonight? We're going to be hearing from the Pinnacle. That's right. MJF, he's got something to say. The rest of the Pinnacle have something to say. But you know who else have something to say, Dasha? The Inner Circle. Are they going to accept the Stadium Stampede challenge for Double or Nothing?
Listen, Stadium Stampede last year was phenomenal. It went in the record books as one of the most amazing matches in wrestling history. So how could they ever top something like that? I don't wish any harm on Sammy Guevara. He's already been ran over by a golf cart.
Yeah,
I mean, what else can happen to the Inner Circle? I love the Inner Circle. I want them to be so safe and so sound. There's a lot of risk that goes on in Stadium Stampede. It's such a large match, but it's so fun to watch.
Well, I tell you what's going to be interesting to watch. Miro tonight. We're going to be hearing from the brand new TNT champion. And it's funny, I was just thinking earlier today how vicious, how focused Miro has been. Can you imagine what he's going to be like now that he's defending the championships?
I mean, actions speak louder than words. And Miro has proven what he says in words comes into fruition. So I bet you now that he is champion, the TNT champion, whatever he says, you better be sure that it's going to happen.
Yeah, as TNT champion, I don't know how anybody's going to be able to stop Miro.
He's a force to be reckoned with. Like it's wild how talented he is.
Speaking of forces to be reckoned with, let's talk about the factory. Right? We're going to see Anthony Ogogo make his in-ring Dynamite debut tonight against one of your favorites, Austin Gunn.
Listen, Austin Gunn is like my little brother. I fear for him. He is 1000% capable. He has trained for this. But the thing is, he's not a trained boxer like Anthony Ogogo is. Anthony Ogogo is an Olympic athlete, and those body shots that Anthony Ogogo gives, they could be career ending. The impact
absolutely they could
takes. I really hope that you've been training abs, really strengthening that core to help kind of offset that impact of Ogogo's punches. But I'm in your corner. I'm rooting for you.
Dasha, let's talk about our main event. The Young Bucks, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, are going to defend against the Varsity Blondes, and it all happens tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT. We will see you there.